So tell us a little bit about it. I mean, for those of us who weren't lucky enough to go there, how many shooters turned out for this?
Yeah, I tell you, it was one of the bigger USPSA events of the year. I believe there was 300 people or so competing in the open division, but at that championship altogether, there was probably about 500 to 600 people, with another 600 people or so on the waiting list. So it was quite a fun event. Everybody really wanted to be at, probably because it was in Las Vegas, and that kind of brings a little bit more entertainment value to it, other than just shooting all day on the range. But yeah, it was at the Desert Sportsman Club in Las Vegas, and it was just a great venue.
Yeah, I know where that was. That was at the Desert shooting range?
Yeah, it was the Desert Sportsman Club.
Yeah, Desert Sportsman Club, right. And that was a lot of shooters who turned out, and I'm sure that over the next few weeks we're going to get a lot of photographs from people of you and of some of the other shooters there. Just mention a few names that probably some of us would recognize, maybe on your team, as well as some of the others that may be friends of yours who did well there.
Yeah, you bet. There's a number of great shooters. All the best shooters from around the world came out to compete. Even some of the top guys from Europe and whatnot came out. But some of the names that you probably are familiar with would be Rob Latham, Todd Jarrett, Julie Goloski. I know she's on your show quite a bit. She was there. It was just that everyone involved was just top-notch shooters. J.J. Racaza, Casey Eusebio, Chris Tilley. I mean, the list goes on and on. Mm-hmm. And the guys are just incredible. And I just happened to be the one who came out on top. And I was very fortunate, very happy.
Yeah, okay, I'm getting a question here on the chat. They're asking me, let me see if I can read this correctly. When you were preparing to go to the shoot, did you shoot the day before you actually began the shoot?
No, that's a great question, James, and I get that question quite a lot. What I do is I train very, very hard, but I tend to back off my training as the event gets near. As a professional shooter, I want to go into these events hungry and wanting to shoot. If I go into the event already tired or just not wanting to be there, then that's kind of a bad thing mentally for me. I know that giving through my training program throughout the year, that's enough training. And I'd say, the couple days before the event, I'm not really competing at all. I'm more so just getting my gear ready, making sure my ammunition's correct and that kind of stuff. And I actually flew out to Vegas a couple days early this year just to get on the ground and get relaxed. So no, I didn't shoot at all on the day before the event. I was more so just getting myself mentally prepared.
I see. The other question I have here, and I know you get asked this one a lot too, is do you do a particular regiment in what you eat before or a couple of days before? I mean, does that influence any of your shooting, or do you just go, hey, you know what I eat, and then I go in and I shoot, or are you on a regiment?
I'm not on a very strict regimen, but you bet once competition season hits, I'm making sure I'm drinking plenty of water, staying away from the sodas, especially out there in that Las Vegas desert. It was extremely hot, and the sandstorms were just blowing. You had to have your body in top-notch shape. So yeah, definitely working out a little bit, but more so making sure I'm eating correctly, whether it be eating light fruits in the morning, drinking plenty of water, just some grilled chicken breast, those kind of things. Just staying away from really heavy, greasy foods because it will weigh you down on the range, and you'll get more fatigue because of it.
Right, exactly. So while you are shooting, in between, I think what someone else is trying to ask here is when you're not pulling the trigger, do you eat a power bar or anything like that, or do you do a breakfast and then that carries you right through?
No, that's yeah. So yeah, I do eat my breakfast, and I tend to let that carry me through. But in between stages, I will snack on. I just bring some fruit cups with me, or some beef jerky, wheat thins, grilled chicken breasts that I would cook the night before, bring it out with me. But I do carry a power bar, and every stage or every event that I go to, which is about 1 per hour, I'll take 1 to 2 bites from that power bar, and that'll kind of just keep my body steady. I don't want to get any dips of blood sugar going down or whatever the case is. I want to stay completely steady and consistent. So I like to say a term I like to use is keeping my brain wet and drinking plenty of water just to make sure that I'm visually and mentally prepared for the next event.
All right. Okay. The other question I have here, Max, is how many people were on the Sig team?
The team is still kind of in its infancy phases. We're still trying to get through things. Officially, I'm the only team member at this time. But we do have a few other guys that we are going to debut. I'm hoping in the next month or so, but definitely by SHOT Show, I'm hoping everybody has their uniforms and their guns and whatnot, and we're going to put out a press release for that. And I did have some of the guys out there competing this weekend or this past weekend at the national championships as well, and they did very well. Matt Sheely is a young guy that we took on, and he basically got his gun. I brought it to him at nationals, and he finished 7th overall, that was pretty incredible. So we do have a team that we're putting together, and we're working on that, and that will be out pretty soon.
Okay, and are you actually organizing the team, or is this done by someone else?
I would say myself is putting the team together. They've kind of tasked me out with that. My official job title at SIG is the competitive shooting program manager, so that's kind of falls under my realm of duties.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Now, and for those of you who didn't understand, Max was also in the Army, and you're still holding a position with the Army, correct?
No, I'm actually not. No, not any longer. I'm completely out of the service. I've separated. I've done just over 10 years. It was a great ride. I loved the experience, and maybe we'll see what happens. Maybe one day in the future they'll bring me back on as a contractor. But at the moment, I'm just flying solo with Sig-Sauer.
Okay, all right. Well, let's see. The other questions, I've got a couple of more that are coming up. Your next shoot is?
Yeah, my next shoot will actually be in Wichita Falls, Texas, the Area 4 Championship. Oh. It's another USPSA event. It's one notch underneath the national championship. Okay. But it is a very, very big event, one of the bigger events in the country.
And which one of this, I have another question here, is which SIG are you shooting?
Really, I'm using our Sig X5, the L1 model, which is with the adjustable trigger. So if you want to go check out the website, go into the, look under the pistols, and it's the X5 in 40 calibers, primarily what I'm using in competitions.
Okay, all right, good. And that's and he's saying here that you use that regularly. Then that's the one that you pack when you go and compete, correct?
Yes, yeah. I compete with that one in the iron sighted division, and in the optic sight division, I'm using a custom Sig-Sauer modular frame that we did a small number on, just to kind of get me competing in with the open division guns. But that Sig X5 is my favorite SIG that we have. So if you guys are familiar with that, go check it out, get a little bit more info. If you're not, please go check out the website there, Sig-Sauer.com, and those guys have some incredible guns there. Yeah,
we're going to put that up actually, Sig-Sauer.com, and have them go there, so they'll be able to get some further information on that.